Hello everyone, I am Jenya Romanova. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the creator of the educational platform Up Daily. And today we've decided to talk with you about what's important about the past because we want to be closer to the people on the other side of this wonderful channel. I recently returned from the Cannes Film Festival. It was my first Cannes Film Festival, so you can understand why I'm tired. Just imagine, you've come back from a long, active trip, you're still a bit jet-lagged, and when you sleep as if you haven't slept for a whole week. And at that moment, at 5:40 in the morning, very loud music suddenly starts playing. Now think about it and imagine that this happened to you this morning. And let's suppose what kind of reaction would a normal, healthy person have if they were sleeping at home at night after a very long journey at 5:40 in the morning. Of course, I caught myself in a situation where I was already, at that point, really pounding on the wall very, very hard with both of my hands with increasing intensity. That's why my right hand hurts a little. And then I suddenly thought that I really don't want to wake up like that, not ever. So let's think about what can be done in this situation with neighbors who basically would really benefit from a lifestyle where you live in a house and there's not a soul around. There weren't many options. Option number 1, declare war. I can also listen to music at 5:40 in the morning. And in general, I'm very much an early bird by nature, someone who loves to wake up with the sunrise, especially if I haven't just recently flown in from Europe, where I spent about 10 nights in total. And as a result, my sleep and wake schedule shifted and changed somewhat. But then, after I went to the ocean for a while, I found myself thinking that I honestly really don't want to live like that. I really, truly don't like it. That I just don't like living in a constant state of war, you know? I absolutely don't like living in a state that's filled with negative energy, not even a little bit. I think what other options are there? And the most surprising thing is, and I don't know, that is, it turned out that in any situation, I know how to act through negativity. I know you can declare war. You can call the police. You can write a cry for help to the administration. But one way or another, any action I take is connected to the fact that it's an expression of rage, anger, and aggression. But what if I want to act differently? What if I genuinely want to act out of love? And honestly, this particular question has always left me feeling quite confused and uncertain, to be completely honest. I just froze because I honestly didn't know how to react in that moment, and I felt completely lost and unsure of myself. I didn't know what steps to take or what actions would be appropriate, and I was worried about making things worse. I even asked ChatGPT for advice, specifically wondering how can I handle this kind of situation in a way that allows me to get some sleep, but also avoids starting a conflict or argument with the neighbors, who sometimes seem to forget that they are living in an apartment building with other people nearby. After thinking it over and considering the advice I received, here's what I eventually came up with as a possible solution. You know, sometimes you arrive at some new training session, or perhaps you go on a trip or journey where you don't know anyone at all, and at first everyone around you seems so strange, almost incomprehensible, maybe even a bit aggressive or unfriendly, just like complete strangers, people you've never met before. And you don't feel like talking to anyone or making friends because you literally don't know anyone. I thought, so that's the answer. If my neighbors know who I am, what my name is, what matters to me, then you have to agree. It's very hard to harm someone you know and who hasn't done anything bad to you yet, even if you do it unintentionally. I thought, wow, so you can try to do things differently. I took a bouquet of flowers and wrote a note saying that I am Jenya Romanova and I live with a wonderful dog and cat. In general, you can come visit me at any time, except 5:40 in the morning, but honestly, I'm ready to wake up early because I love doing that. But let's agree that it should be at least 6:30. I don't know yet how my neighbors will respond, but I'm absolutely happy that I was able to create a completely different possibility of events. A question for you. What potential and interesting possibilities of events can you create this week, if you think in a similar, unique, and exciting way? Leave your comments. We'll be happy to read them and discuss this in the next episode.